Hey, it's been quite a bit, but I want to talk today about the feeling of not being able to try as hard as you want, or rather being afraid of trying very hard to do things. Now, forgive me because I haven't written and scripted out this thing I'm going to talk about, but I have a pretty good idea what I wanted to tell you guys today. I've had this feeling over the past few weeks that I am super duper afraid to try hard to do things, which sounds weird. Like, you should always try your best and try hard and, you know, whatever happens, just move forward with, life and hopefully progress in all the areas you want to, right? But my issue is that I feel like if I try extremely hard at everything and all the things that I want to do, that I'm going to burn out or I'm going to spiral and everything is going to end up in flames. And let me explain that a bit. I've had, so many times where I've wanted to get myself to improve at something, where I will put in as much effort as possible, stay up super duper late, leave no room for error, very, very strict, work my hardest. And I find that after all is said and done, I feel really exhausted. And if I don't feel exhausted, I fail or I don't do things the way I want to. And because I have such a poor relationship with failure, or I've built one over the past few years, it's like I find myself, burning out. You've heard this term, maybe. Burning out is kind of when you've exhausted yourself and you don't feel like you're able to get yourself back together, right? You're somebody working, 7 days a week, your regular job, come home, you work something else. There's just work, and you can't mentally pull yourself together. And that's where you go from like that burnout phase of just that exhaustion of feeling like you can't do it anymore into like a downward spiral. I'm not saying this is everybody. I'm just saying that this is kind of just what happens to me. And I know that there's other people who feel the same. And when I say downward spiral, I'm talking about like consistently from that point onwards making very poor choices. You promise yourself you never eat junk food. Now you're eating all the junk food, right? You're spiraling. You're doing every negative thing. Maybe you don't want to smoke weed or do drugs, and now you're doing all the drugs. You're drinking all the alcohol. You're wasting all of your time. You're spiraling. You're no longer doing the things you want, and on top of that, you're adding other things to it, right? And maybe during this period of time, you're very upset with yourself. You're very unhappy. Maybe you're the kind of person who secludes themselves. You become less social, less talkative because you're just anxious and you're upset at yourself and you have all these negative feelings and emotions. And overall, it's just a very negative place to be that destroys